man attempted to shoot a pastor during a church service. I'm going to show you the video here, courtesy of Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Reese and YouTube. So, warning, the video is graphic, so if you have young children, you may want to take them out of the room. I want to play you the video. I want you to see it as it unfolded. So, pastors, make sure you have security details in your churches. It's a different day and age. All right, let's run it.
A man is preaching, and here comes a man with a gun. Here it is. Hey, God has chosen. With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show. Wow, let me give you the background to this. Put up the picture full mask. There's a lot going on here, but the individual who pulled out the gun has been identified as 26-year-old Bernard Jr. Polite. He's facing attempted homicide charges after the Pennsylvania State Police said he tried to shoot a pastor who was giving a sermon at a church in North Braddock. The video taken at the church shows the pastor, who's Glenn, Germany, preaching at the Jesus Dwelling Place Church. This was at about 1:09 p.m. on a Sunday, all right? Mr. Polite, the gunman, then walks up into frame and points a handgun directly at the pastor while he's delivering the sermon. Police say Mr. Polite tried to fire the gun, but it did not go off. I want you to keep that picture up. So I literally was in the production meeting this morning, and as we're looking at this video, I looked at this video multiple times because I said to my producer, Jordan, I think I hear the individual trying to shoot the gun. It continued to make a very, very slight clicking noise. Well, come to find out, that's actually true. The man did attempt to shoot the gun. It says he pulled the gun, it clicked, Germany said. You heard him shoot it. God jammed the gun so the bullet did not come out.
Yes, he did.
The small congregation had about 25 parishioners, including Germany's daughter. When police say Mr. Polite walked from the back of the church to the front pew, quote, he stood up and he smiled at me. And it was just a smile, Germany said. Quote, he comes to right here. And then all of a sudden, that's when I see him pull the gun, and all I could do is duck and try to get out of the way. The pastor quickly dove behind the pulpit, and the gunman walked after him. That's when Deacon Clarence McAllister, that's a real damn deacon, that deacon did not hesitate to run to that pulpit and grab the gunman. So the deacon, who's 63 years of age, by the way, all right? He's 63 years old. He quickly took Polite to the ground, who was still holding the gun, but it did not scare him. So McAllister, the deacon, was actually behind the camera and taping the service a few feet away. Quote, once I seen a gun, then I leaped out of my seat and leaped over that railing, and I tackled him down to the ground, Deacon McAllister said. Quote, the man had his back turned towards me, and I could see he would never see me coming. That was his calculation. Both Pastor Germany and Deacon McAllister wrestled the gun from the man's hands and held him down until police came. Troopers took Polite into custody. Polite reportedly told the pastor voices in his head told him to shoot him. He said, the spirits were in my mind. Germany said the deacon is his hero, but McAllister said God was watching over him. God had his hands on the pastor, said McAllister. He wasn't letting him go nowhere. Despite nearly losing his life, Pastor Germany said he doesn't hold anything against Mr. Polite. He actually apologized to me. He said, I told him that I forgive you and I want you to know I love you. But yes, I definitely forgave him. And I want to say this on a couple of angles, okay? Number one, the pastor has come to the conclusion that the man who tried to kill him was mentally disturbed, that he was having challenges. And so before the man was even arrested, the pastor and the deacon, by extension, gave grace and forgave him, okay? They are the ones, that whole church, family included, they are the ones who are the victims of that moment. They forgave him. The police come in, they arrest them. Now, we have not heard from the Pennsylvania authorities if there has been some mental health mandate. There should be. There should be a mental health review to see if this individual is even fit to go through a criminal proceeding, given the circumstances of what we know so far. We are happy to report that nobody was injured. There will be obviously psychological trauma from something like this, but I tend to agree with the pastor here that somehow some divine force jammed that gun. And this man is alive today because that bullet did not come out of that chamber. All right, so that's your update to this story. It's been viral on social media for a few days, and I wanted to make sure we provided a significant update to the story. Mayor, hell of a thing. What say you?
Listen, this.
And I'm going to leave it right there. Make sure pastors should have security details in your sanctuaries. It's not 1950 anymore. So thank God that the pastor survived, and I hope that the gentleman gets all the help that he needs. I'm Tyrone Bowman. Thank you for watching. Never surrender. Never quit.